What if the world you think you understand is already changing in ways you cannot see? What if the alliances that kept global peace for decades are quietly breaking apart? Are we witnessing the birth of a new Cold War? Or something even more dangerous? For more than 30 years, the world believed the Cold War was over. But today, the signs tell a different story. America, China, Russia, three powers, one planet, rising tension. This is the story of how the global balance of power is shifting and what it means for all of us. For 3 decades, the world had one heartbeat. Washington, D.C. It was the era of the Pax Americana. But underneath the surface, the tectonic plates were shifting. In 2026, we are no longer asking if the world is multipolar. We are living in the explosion of that transition. The end of history is over. Today, 3 titans are locked in a struggle that will determine the next 100 years. This isn't just about territory. It's about who defines the rules of human civilization. After 1991, when the Soviet Union collapsed, the United States stood alone as the dominant global superpower. The unipolar moment. America expanded NATO. Western democracy spread. Globalization accelerated. The dollar became even stronger. The world was no longer divided into 2 camps. It had one center of gravity, Washington. But this stability created new consequences. Russia felt humiliated. China saw opportunity. And quietly, a new competition began. Show factories, skyscrapers in Shanghai, high-speed trains. In 2001, China joined the World Trade Organization. Few predicted what would happen next. China became the factory of the world, a technological giant, the second largest economy. But this wasn't just economic growth. It was strategic. China invested in artificial intelligence, 5G networks, rare earth minerals, the Belt and Road Initiative. Beijing was not just growing, it was preparing. Then came South China Sea military expansion, Taiwan tensions, trade war with the US. America realized something. This wasn't just a partner, it was a rival. China doesn't want to conquer the world with bullets. It wants to own the world's infrastructure through the Belt and Road Initiative. Beijing has created a debt-fueled empire. But the real battlefield is the Silicon Shield. Taiwan is the center of the universe in 2026. Why? Because the power to run AI, satellites, and nuclear missiles depends on chips made on this one island. For China, Taiwan is the last piece of the century of humiliation to be fixed. For the USA, it is the red line that cannot be crossed. Taiwan is a democracy, a global semiconductor hub, claimed by China. If China moves on Taiwan, the US may intervene. Japan could be involved. Global chip supply collapses. One island. One decision. Global consequences. This could be the spark. While China plays the long economic game, Russia plays the spoiler. Moscow's strategy is simple. If we are not part of the Western order, we will break it. From the battlefields of Ukraine to the shadows of the Sahel in Africa, Russia has transformed into the global security mercenary. After the collapse of the USSR, Russia struggled. But under Vladimir Putin, it began rebuilding power. Energy leverage over Europe, military modernization, cyber operations, influence campaigns. Then 2014, Crimea. Then 2022, Ukraine. The invasion of Ukraine changed everything. It shattered Europe's sense of security. Sanctions hit Russia. Energy markets shook. NATO expanded again. Russia moved closer to China. And the global divide deepened. By 2026, Russia has pivoted completely to the east. The Fortress Russia economy has survived sanctions by becoming the gas station. For China and India, the alliance between the dragon and the bear is the greatest nightmare the Pentagon has faced since the Cold War. This isn't the Cold War of tanks and missiles alone. This war is different. 1. Technology. AI race. Semiconductor war. Chip export bans. Cyber warfare. 2. Information. Social media influence. Disinformation campaigns. Election interference fears. 3. Space. Satellite warfare. Anti-satellite weapons. 4. Economy. Dollar dominance versus de-dollarization. Sanctions as weapons. Trade restrictions. The battlefield is everywhere. Your phone, your bank, your electricity grid. Similarities. Power blocks forming. Military buildup. Ideological competition. Proxy conflicts. Differences. Deep economic interdependence. Globalized supply chains. Nuclear deterrence balance. Digital interconnected world. This is not the Cold War of the 20th century. It is more complex, more connected, and possibly more fragile. America is no longer the sole policeman. It is a wounded lion protecting its pride. The U.S. strategy in 2026 is integrated deterrence. A web of alliances, AUKUS, the Quad, and a modernized NATO. The goal, to keep China boxed in and Russia isolated. The final frontier of this war is the dollar. If the world stops trading in USD, the American empire collapses without a single shot being fired. The race for the digital currency revolution is the silent war of our time. We are at the point of no return. Will this tension lead to a Thucydides trap, an inevitable war? Or will a new cold peace emerge? One thing is certain. The world of 2026 is a chessboard where every move costs billions. And every mistake costs millions of lives. How it affects you. Inflation. energy prices, job markets, tech restrictions, military spending. You may not see tanks in your streets, but you feel it at the gas pump, in your grocery bill, in your job security. Global tension affects daily life. What happens next? 3 possible futures: managed rivalry, controlled tension, economic decoupling, military conflict. History shows that rising powers and dominant powers often collide. The question is not whether the world is changing. The real question is, will leaders manage this transition peacefully? Or are we walking toward a conflict we cannot reverse? Are we entering a new Cold War? Or something far more dangerous? If you found this documentary insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Do you believe a new Cold War has already begun?